All right, I'm on hole number 6 of the City of Lights tournament. I'm in Monday's qualifying round of the rookie division. Let's go to hole number 6 and check it out. So we're at Golf Clash Notebook. All right, trying to get out into this area right here. Now, what I am exploring on this, one of my viewers asked the question about, is this a big Albie hole? And my response was no, because anytime you got to use curl on a shot, it's diminished. So, in the past, I've always landed out into this zone right here and then brought it around. So when you're coming around, you need backspin, side spin, curl in order to get that done. Now you can use this pad and try and bring it around a little bit more with just side spin, but it's still a very problematic hole to try and duplicate Albie shots from the right hand side. Whereas if you're farther out here and you're coming at it this way, if you got a big side spin ball, you can kind of finesse it towards the hole and not necessarily have to use any curl. So with my lower level stuff, I'm not sure, it's not a very good Albie hole. But there might be a better shot if you go to the left, and I'm exploring the left hand side with my main account just to see if that shot will work. I definitely want to bring a second club. What are my options for wood? I have a Viper, and that's going to be my option. So I'm going to bring 2 bags. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use for the drive. I'm going to bring an Extra Mile and a QB. What are my ball choices here? I'm bringing a Quasar just because I have a bunch of them. I'm going to start off with an Extra Mile. Need to open up a chest. Always want to have a slot empty. I picked up something. Kingfisher. It's picking me up some accuracy and some backspin and some ball guide. What I really like in this Kingfisher is 1 bar of topspin. Any topspin, just a little. But that ball guide right there is going to be huge on that Kingfisher. When you're looking at your ball guide, okay, when you're in so this would be 1, 2.5. When you're in a number where it's 3.1, that means you're on the upward spiral. It's always better to be in the downward spiral where you're at 3.6 or you're at 2.6. So you're looking at it from the downward spiral so you can kind of get a better image of where the ball is going to land. What's up, Daisy girl? Let my dog out. All right, so I got to remember here. So now it changes my numbers on my Kingfisher. So my Kingfisher is now 88. So it's 1.25 per ring. 1.2, somewhere in that neighborhood. 1.2. I think I'll play it at 1.2 and we'll see how that rolls. So it'll be 1.2. That's 2.4. I'm going to do some quick math so I can change my numbers here real quick. 1.2 times 1.75 is 2.1. So I'm going to try 1.2, 2.1, 2.4. So if I'm in max club 1.2, mid club max club 1.2, mid club 2.1, minimum club 2.4. All right, so I got 2 bags here set up. Either one of those will work. Let's see what we got. Main thing is just to get on this green. I really think on this par 5, it's just get on the green, get your eagle, go to the next hole. If you can give yourself a look at Albie, where if you can pick up a little bit of luck, then hey, more power to you. But the main thing here is to get an eagle. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to get stuck in this sand. And if you get stuck in that sand, you are in big trouble. Okay, it's 2.1 per ring, so there's 4. So we're a little shy of 2.5 rings. Just trying to hit it perfect. Hit it great to the right, or excuse me, great to the left. Yes, I was in the Army. Just trying rolling it out there. Main thing on that drive is to stay out of that sand. Now, I think I'm out far enough out. Really, that depression that's in the fairway right in front of where I'm at, that would be kind of the target zone if you were wanting to start at the green from the left-hand side. The farther out there you can get, the better opening that you're going to create for yourself to get up there. I'm going to see if that shot's viable. So our opponent is in big trouble. So the thought process is coming up in here, and whether or not we have enough to work it back down towards the hole. Okay, so it's 1.9 per ring. So it's a little over 2 rings. And I'm going to put just rubbing up against the nubs and curl. I don't want to put too much because there's a tree over there and you can't really kind of like curl it around the bend, but I was trying to throw it. And I've had that happen where it looks like from the ball guide there that it's going to get, because all it has to do is just barely touch that green, and there's such a big hill there that it'll roll towards it. But from my ball guide, it looked like, hey, you were easily going to be on the green. You're actually going to overshoot it. But in reality, it ended up short on the fringe, and I've had the same issue with my upper level account. I had to let my dog in. And my opponent is still in big trouble. Now this shot right here is no gimme with lower level stuff. Hit it great to the left. And I'm less concerned about a great to the left than I was a great to the right, because it's dropping down that hill and gravity's going to push it towards the right. So if you miss that great to the right, you very well, especially with the inaccuracy of a Firefly, you very well could miss that. And the reason I didn't run out the topspin there is because the more topspin I put on, the more it's going to engage that hill, and I'd have to pull it even farther up the hill. And the whole thing is you want to try and get rid of as much of that hill as you can. Yes, this would be the side, but you have 0 shot here. And one cool thing about a big dog is it has tons of curl, so they should be able to, and it hits about at that level, they're going to end up in the rough if they hit it perfect. And they're definitely going to end up in the rough. They were like 2 rings off the rough, and it hits like 2.5 per ring, so it was a 5 win, so even if they hit it perfect, they were going to be right on the transition there. Good luck in the tournament. I don't see that as being a big albie hole no matter what, but I'm starting, I may if I can figure out what kind of adjustment we're supposed to make to that shot to the left, we don't have to add any curl there. And the reason I don't think that that's a big albie hole is because the word curl is involved if you're coming at it from the right. But if I can keep working that shot to the left and find the right combination, and what I really need to start focusing on that shot is where to set my ball up so that I'm in a certain spot, and then I can start working my topspin, side spin. And then if it doesn't work out, then the next time I go back, I put it in that same exact spot, and then I start working my topspin, side spin. And I keep doing that until I find out what works for that spot. So I'm going to continue to work on that shot to the left, because that shot over there may change my mind. I still don't see this as being a high percentage albie hole though. It's just one of those holes that you need to get an eagle and move on, because there's going to be a lot of people like my opponent who don't get eagles. All right, that was hole number 6 of the City of Light tournament in Monday's qualifying round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.